Hi everybody, my name is John Collins. I'm from Dayton, and what I do is I realign spines, minds, and lives. And tonight we're going to skip the spines. We're going to work on the minds and the lives, hopefully. We're going to try to get our ducks in a row. Okay. Talk about health tonight. We're going to talk about the United States, richest country on the planet. Where do we stand in terms of health? We all know we spend the most. Everybody probably knows that. But did you know that we're actually in last place with respect to health? Out of the 17 wealthiest nations. Brand new study. So how's that return on our investment? There's the Yankees, the team everyone loves to hate. They spend the most over the last 20 years, but they did win 5 World Series over the last 20 years. Imagine if they took last place for the last 20 years. What would we think of that team? We'd say, well, they got a problem with their management, maybe. So what are we dying of? What's ailing us anyway? I just have to take a side step to just say, look, the vast majority of what ails us, the vast majority of what Americans are dying of is chronic illness. It's really preventable stuff. We're going to talk about that in a second. I think it's time to take a step back. There's the old parable about the elephant and the blind monks. You know, everybody thinks they know what the elephant looks like from close up. We need to take a step back. So look, just like speakers have said earlier, if you want to be the best at something, you got to mimic, you got to steal, you got to plagiarize the best people. That guy right there just broke the world record in the marathon 3 weeks ago. And those guys up there, those are the people he studied. Haile Selassie, etc. So if we want to be the best at health, who should we mimic? Who should we model ourselves after? French? A lot of people like French, you know. Grandma, grandpa, athletes, celebrities. How about these people? How about these people? Maybe we should study them. What that represents are the hunter-gatherer foragers, the cultures of the primitive cultures, the healthiest people that have ever lived on the planet. How do I know they're healthy? They never died of the stuff that kills us 90% of the time. Okay, so we need to take a look at them. But first, another sidebar. What are genes? Genes are blueprints. Genes are a cookbook. They're a recipe book. They're an operation manual on how to build, operate, maintain, and repair a single human cell. Multiply it by 75 trillion cells, you got a human being. Genes haven't changed. They haven't changed. Unless you want to argue with the top evolutionary biologists in the world, they're virtually the same from hunter-gatherer cultures to modern society. The people on the right, that's us, in general. So what's an environment? An environment's everything that's not you. Everything outside of you is your environment. As a matter of fact, everything in you is your environment as long as it's outside your cells. If it's outside the plasma membrane, that's your environment. So, I got a great idea. Coming up 1 second. Has the environment changed? No. The environment, it has, excuse me. The environment's changed a lot. Genes haven't. Our genes, they're fine. They haven't changed. The environment has. So I have a great idea. Why don't we deliver a proper environment to our cells, and they'll all be happy, and then you multiply that by 75 trillion, you might have something like that on the right, like a healthy human being. So here's my new rule. New rule. Health is the presence of an optimal environment outside of yourself. The presence of an optimal cellular environment. That is truly what health is, regardless of how you feel and regardless of what you've been diagnosed with. Another sidebar. Humans are ecosystems. We know about ecosystems in Oregon. We're always messing them up, but then we're pretty good at fixing them. How do you mess up an ecosystem? You put toxins in, you rob it of stuff, and how do you fix it? You stop doing that. Humans are just like that. So what's required to establish an optimal cellular environment? It's how you eat or don't eat, it's how you move or don't move, and it's your mindset. Creates the right environment if you can figure out how to do those things right. As far as eating, the best evidence shows if you start to move your diet towards something that looks like that, primal, paleo, something in that direction, Weston Price, if you move your diet in that direction, you're going to have smiley faces, okay? As far as movement, and we heard some of this earlier tonight, you know, I always say walking, that's the grandmother of all exercise, and move around a lot and occasionally blast it, right? It's pretty simple, okay? Now, last but not least is mindfulness. We heard about empathy tonight, compassion, oh, super important stuff. Tremendous amount of evidence shows if you work on mindfulness, empathy, compassion, you're going to set your body chemistry into a good situation. You're going to have smiling cells, okay? So, let's realign the world. How do you do it? Get your beliefs realigned, your behaviors will change, 'cause, and you're going to see unprecedented creativity, productivity, and positive energy unleashed in the world. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.